What we've got to be able to do with savings and investment is make it as simple and as straightforward as possible. So what I want to see is a single savings account which takes people right the way through from birth to the other end. So you had a simple account where people could actually put money directly into it. Relations can make part of it tax-free. That could be morphed into then something to help with university fees, then also be morphed into providing support for the mortgage, and finally morphed into a pension scheme. And heaven forfend, even if there's any money left over, put into the next generation's money. So a single account which people have ownership for and can understand. The next decade is going to be vital for all independent financial advisors and planners. They've never been needed quite so much. Why? Because people are frightened. They need help. So people want that advice. So the best thing to do is to actually get out and talk to people, as many as possible, and to be able to give them that reassurance that with good financial planning, the future is safe in your hands. But above all, what we've got to do as an industry is make it interesting. If we make people interested in it, you can't necessarily make it entertaining, then at least they're going to be engaged. And if they're engaged with you on this, then there's a great future there. There are some very straightforward things the government can do to encourage savings straight away. First of all, let's actually reform and improve the current savings system. So for example, take the ISA and pension scheme and let's create a single account which would allow us to incorporate the benefits of those on a broader scale right the way through. So the tax incentives are already there, but they could be improved. What they could do, though, is actually make it, therefore, more accessible for more people, make it simpler, and so people can actually see what they're saving. Because if you can see it, then there's a better idea you'll understand it. The government already has tax incentives for savings, and they're not necessarily going to be able to give too much away. But nonetheless, there is something you can do to actually broaden that out to make sure that it is worth people's while savings. And they get a tax benefit, which after all the costs, they're still actually seeing some benefit for it. It's in the government's interest that we start saving more and have more confidence. And therefore, they should be using those existing incentives around pensions and around ISAs to actually help us save more.